Rosie back on again. I like to say Kimberly James because her name just kind of rings. It sounds like a television personality. Welcome to the stage, Kimberly James. And you can hear the echoes happening the whole entire time. I love her saying her whole entire name. And we also have William on with an amazing GPT that is absolutely phenomenal for all of you guys who are now in the video space. So he's doing his thing with this GPT. Um, so, with that being said, I love to have conversations with people who are in and have their cameras on. Let's see. I thought Dean was in here. I don't see him with his camera on anymore. Is he still here? Oh, there he is. Hello, Dean. Welcome in.
Hello.
You haven't been on in a very, very long time. Look, I sound like an old, how when you see that aunt that go back to the family reunion, and she's like, I haven't seen you in a long time. You too busy for us? Hmm. That's the thing the sound that I felt like I had when I brought you up. And I want to reiterate, I don't mean to sound like that, but I do. I felt like that aunt that's always going, hmm.
How y'all doing?
Yeah. Yeah. So how have you been? What's been going on with your business? The whole entire thing.
Oh, just it's been busy. I've been busy with my school community,
Oh yeah.
running that. Been doing a lot more TikTok lives to promote the business. That's picking up. Um, Doing a lot more stuff with Suno. Suno classes coming. A couple of Suno classes are coming up, as a matter of fact. Since the 5.1 has been out, I've just been seeing a lot more activity within the various communities, which I'm enjoying and seeing the creativity that's coming out. And, Kelly spearheading a lot of that with her listening parties or her frequency listening challenges and stuff like that. Just been really enjoying that. But there's some things that I want to kind of bring to the forefront when it comes to Suno, some different aspects that were inspired with the various people that I've had the pleasure of partnering up with in many classes. So outside of that, it's just been really a new adventure for me with having my own community and building um, just building a rapport and just being out on your own, so to speak. It's a new discovery. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. There was just a lot of things that, as a school community creator, I had the misconception that it was going to be. But then there's some other things that is like it's with everything that's worthwhile. There's got to be some work. There's got to be some good foundation. So I've got some great people in the community as we speak that are bringing a lot of good ideas and participation. And that's probably where most of my focus has been within the last 2 months. As a matter of fact, it's been 2 months and a week since Innovations Lounge has been in existence. And that's been taking a lot of my time.
So I wrote down when you said Suno and community, the question that I have for you, because you started to go into it as a community owner. I wouldn't say owner. How do we, because it's not like, because we don't own the community.
No, I never think of
Um,
it as,
Facilitator,
yeah,
facilitator maybe.
yeah,
facilitator.
yeah.
Yeah, facilitator of the community. What were some of the things that you got wrong and some of the things you got right?
I think what I got wrong, that it was going to be super complicated to run, number one, and to build. Um, and I think coming from DCT, where we saw there was like 50, 11 modules and so forth, and then when you were participating and had to uh, put your own module within a module. It just seemed complicated from that aspect as a user. It's like something you don't do every day.
Mhm.
As a facilitator, as you're building it, repetition builds muscle and, you have better understanding. So after making two or three modules, it was like, oh, this makes sense. So the other thing that I got wrong, in a sense, was I didn't give enough grace as far as you're building it. Of course, with anything else, you don't expect like, you put it up and a week's like, yeah, I've got 600 members. Thank goodness that didn't happen. Because how you gonna manage 600 members in a week? And it's like, okay, I only got one module. Can y'all just chill out?
Mhm.
But building the community, it gave me a sense of a better understanding of what it takes. I've been involved in communities, I've been a co-facilitator, but never been the facilitator.
Mhm.
So now you have a responsibility, so to speak. You now have a different focus. So you now understand that, at least from my understanding, it wasn't my community. And I've always tried to make sure I come from that point of view. It's not my community. Let's build something together. So if you're not interested in Midjourney, tell me what you want. You interested in Canva, Gemini, you know, um, another image generator, whatever it is, let's talk about that and let's build that together. So the purpose of my community, Innovations Lounge, is a group of entrepreneurs, digital marketers, faith-based business owners who want
Mhm.
to understand the AI space, but also wants to understand what it takes to be a business owner in this space. So we're covering both avenues. And in that being said, it's important that we we work together. So I don't have all the answers. The community is
Right.
there to be for lack of a better term, a pool of information.
Mm. Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so in building my initial modules, I was struggling the before we got that big announcement, like 3 months free. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Um, and one of the things that I snagged from the schoolers, from Sam Owens himself, was you go into this community, and everybody who's thinking about doing a community, this is what I tell everybody. And this, it makes sense. Think about any time you're organizing a party. Usually, you're not trying to organize a party yourself, and even if you are someone who's an event planner, you always have someone with you. You always have someone that's going to take care of the food, and someone's going to take care of the music, someone's going to take care of, the list and whatnot. So if you have a couple of people coming in with you into the community to handle those aspects, one, it takes a lot of load off of you. And number
Mhm.
two, you have more than one mind saying, maybe we should go in this direction, or let's offer this and see where that goes. The moment you try to take on yourself, you are split because, like, oh, I love to do this. And it's like, is the community about you or is it about the community? And so, we have a framework that we follow, but everything could change. You could have three modules, and all of a sudden it's like, you know what? We only need one because that's what the community wants. That's what they're talking about. So I say that all that to say this for those who are still building your community, regardless if you're participating in the promotion or not, think about two people that one you can trust to help you facilitate this who also has some reach, and then you start inviting people in and you have a party, just plain and simple. The fact that a lot of us, and including myself, came with the mindset like, man, I've got to have a 5 point plan, and I got to have a business plan, and here's my core values, and here's our mission mantra, and this is what we're going to do for the next 9 months. Okay, if you are that type of person, that's fine. But at the same time, it's not you're building it, it's the community
The
can take in a whole,
community.
right.
Yeah.
And it made me think about how came up in this space. And that was all through community. I didn't come in and
Hmm.
says, hey, I want to do Suno. It was the community introduced me to Suno, and then it took a
And
life
then
of
you
its own.
went further. Yeah.
So that is my 2 cents about, what I've learned from the community. What I got right was um, it helped me develop a rhythm.
Hmm.
And that's for sure because, it helped me create some GPTs. One of the GPTs that I'm proud of that I will be sharing with you are in TRM is Octavius. And I did this as a test in my community. And basically, from going to Alicia's Little's, one of her summits about
Hmm.
2 months ago, she showed this one concept. I mean, she was 5 minutes in, and it's like the light went off. The concept was simply this. She showed her um, organizational chart.
I remember that.
She
Yeah.
was at the top of the list, and she's like,
Mhm.
okay, this is the rest of my team. And as soon as she said that, I said, I bet the rest of the team is AI agents and so forth. And no sooner did she say that, the entire live, I was on there for about 3 hours.
Hmm.
Octavius was born, and I built a brand agency.
Mm.
And just the information they gave me, it helped me. And then there were some other elements that I discovered in probably a couple of days later in another class. And I was like, wait a minute, this can be done. And so um, Octavius helped me build school. So I
Hmm.
have a brand development agent with a name, personality, with a resume, years of experience in their field. I have a social media development, social media specialist by the name of Riley. I have a web designer. I have a prompt engineer. So all these, there's 8 personnel, and it's going to grow. And it made me I had to live by my title, the community, the innovations line. So I had to be innovative, and I'm very proud of that. And I want, for those are in my community, I want you to understand clearly from me that I built this not for me. Again, the messaging is this is your community. And for those who've tested out Octavius and gave me the thumbs up, I still need you to be I need you to shine because this is not about me and it's not
Well,
about a GPT.
I agree. I agree. Like, having a community and all of the things that you said about how you built it, everyone's community is different. Every person who is the facilitator for their communities are different. I had to do the same thing. I knew that I was not going to do what I saw previously, but not saying that that was a bad thing. But
Hmm.
for me, it was overwhelming for me. So I had to figure out what it was that how I wanted to facilitate my community. Martine does a fantastic job with her community. Talia has her way of doing things with her community. You have your ways. We're all different. And I think that if we all gave ourselves some grace when it came to our school communities, we wouldn't stress out so much that we have to be like everybody else. Our school communities reflect our own personalities, and it reflects the personalities of those who are part of our communities. So what you did and what you decided to do and how you decided to build, I think was absolutely amazing. And I'm glad that you were very transparent with that because it allowed people who also have school communities to see that they don't have to build it like everyone else. They can build it the way they feel comfortable in building their school communities. They can start the way they want to start. They can tier it the way they want to tier it. They can do all those things because every single one of us who are on this screen has a school community and we all did it different.
Right. And the biggest thing that if I'm if I may is to stress this. Yeah, we all come from similar communities.
Hmm.
Um, but if you're thinking about community and you're not really strong in AI, that's not something to be ashamed about because there's people on here doing pickleball, weight
You better say it.
training, Mothers working from home doing basket weaver, whatever it may
Mhm.
be. And if there's something that you love that you want to talk about, do it. I mean, there's different ways to approach the school, um, concept. But the fact of the matter is that if you feel as though that because we were all in the same circles doing AI and you have to
Mhm.
do AI, you're shooting yourself in the foot right off the bat because you're not in alignment. We use that term all the time, but I'm going to be real with you. The alignment is the thing that you love to do that if you didn't get paid, you still do it.
Right. Like
And
every day when you wake up, how you want to do something, and it feels like today I was on the phone with my girlfriend and I was doing some things in Midjourney. I said, let me get stop because I'm in flow. I said I have to do other things, get ready for Sundays with TRM, and that's how you're expressing about the school communities. If you're in flow, it's a perfect opportunity for you to have the school communities. And I really love what you said, Dean, and I want to thank you so much for coming up and having the conversation about your school community and what you're doing with your music. And we really appreciate having you on. It's been
thank you.
absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for being, like I said, being so transparent about your school community, because a lot of people are stressed, and the reason why they won't do the school community is because they think they have to do it like this, or they have to buy modules and place it in different places. You don't have to do that. You just have to be your own type of facilitator. Martine,
For sure. I had to double check, fact to check myself before I popped in and said this. There is a man who has a pooping, scooping school community.
he does.
Okay?
He
For
does.
scooping the dog poopy.
And he's making what, 10 almost
I'm
$30,000
sorry.
a month?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
What?
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's called it's called Poop. I went and looked it up. I was like, let me make sure I'm right. Uh, it's called Poop Scoop Academy, and it's a legitimate business. So yes, please don't get wrapped up. Also, I also wanted to add. So I wanted to say that because that's on one end. It can literally be whatever you want it to be, and there's somebody else that is interested in what you're interested in. I agree with that. The
Mm-hmm.
other side is you also have to have clarity around whether or not you need it, a school community, and whether or not it fully aligns with your business model. Because, and I've had to really center on this truth. There are so many ways you can make money. Okay, but you can't use all the ways to make the money. And you got to be careful. So there's this lady I've been following. I'm like, man, I really want to get her stuff. Well, the thing she's really talking about now is YouTube. I'm like, I'm not doing YouTube right. And I probably could go over there and learn some things and grow and become YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But do I really have time? Is that really where I put my energy? Is it really fully aligned? So I wanted to just pop in and say that it's also okay if you don't have a school community at all. It's okay if you are a phenomenal moderator, but you don't want to carry the responsibility of facilitating because there, as Dean so eloquently said tonight, the reflective thinking, the listening to the audience, those are all skills that we have to be responsible for and have to be accountable to, not including the, I don't know if you have this problem, kicking them, knocking them bots out the way because there's a bunch of bots that come through. You may get all them bots. I get a lot of bots where it's like, there's some things in the background that happen. So also be centered about whether or not it's a great route for you because it may not be, and it says nothing about you. It's just so many ways to do this, and the reality is, depending on your lifestyle, you probably well no everybody can't do it all, so you can't do it all. So don't try.
Yeah, don't get caught up in the FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that I talk about in the community. I talk about on the lives, just kind of get an understanding. Because for those who know me, um, TRM already knows that when I started out, I was not this vocal, number one.
Yeah.
And I remember one particular day. People's like, when are you going to do something? When are you going to come out with something? I was like, I wasn't ready. But I said, when I'm ready, you'll even know when I come out. And when that happened, a lot changed. But as I grew in the space, there were just certain things that I watched, and it was like, that's not for me.
Hmm. I would agree.
And then when I did try it, and then I just got that, you know, I I would get upset with myself, and it's just like, okay, well, they're doing chibis this month, and we hear about, what, this is what you need to do. This is the template. This is the GPT. This is the Canva template. The whole nine. We got this class coming up, and I'm sitting there like, but I don't like chibis. That's not for me. It doesn't speak to me. Plus, all the chibis are all these different women, full figure women, skinny women. Where's the guys? I don't, and I could make them, but was I in alignment with it? And that was very important. And so I am really hard on when I get on my TikToks about doing what you're passionate about. Um, People know me for Suno, and it's like, I can't do it. It's like, you don't need to. And everybody that has ever come to my class, and I can say that with my chest out, that once they learn how to do Suno for themselves, they were doing stuff that I'm looking like, well, I wish I knew that. Um, when you find something that connects with you, whether it be Suno, Midjourney, shoot, the video craze right now was driving me nuts. Everybody had some type of AI twin. They had some brand. I'm also about branding, and I'm sitting there looking at my stuff like, I ain't got no AI twin.
But
But yeah,
but then you know that no one needs to do look. I'm glad that you're saying that no one needs to follow the trend or do anything like that. It is okay to be in your own space. It is okay to do your art the way you want to do it. And I have said this over and over and over again. I want everybody to find their own art. Everybody. And I love that you said that. I love that you gave such insight in all of the ways that you have brought your community forward and the things that you're doing. And like I said, I just love that you came up. I love that we had this conversation. And the next time you come, bring your GPT that you said that you created while you were watching Alicia Little. And we will show everybody the greatness of that GPT the next time you're coming up.
all right. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you,
I
ladies.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, like we just said, the things that we love to do is have conversations with people that are within the community. Dean brought a wealth of knowledge about all the things that he's done, his school community, and be staying true to who you are. And that is what he has been doing through his community, his lives, and every time that he comes on. And we want to thank him once again for having that conversation. But as always, I'm going to switch everything over to Martine to talk about the wheel for those who have not been on here before, and for all of you guys who are on the wheel, that are in here and have done the wheel before. Martine.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Before we get started, I know we have Miss Tina. She's new. If there's anyone else either on Facebook or in the Zoom chat and tonight's your first time, put a one in the chat. We'd love to say howdy and hello to you. I am the M of TRM, and we're gonna talk the wheel. So at the end of this call, we usually give away a couple of prizes. We never know what they're gonna be from week to week. I'm looking for a button I can't find. There we go. And so I'm going to show you what this was last week's wheel. Let me put that out there for this was last. So listen, that I know your name is not on the list because this is last week's wheel. I just want to show you what it looks like live. All right. So how do you get your name on the wheel? We're in Facebook and on YouTube. I have been sharing some links to sign up. And so I'm going to share those links again. The first way that you can get on the prize wheel is just by simply signing up to the email. So I'll drop that in the chat so that you guys can access that. It's a simple sign up, and then we will, on a pretty decent rhythm, we will send you reminders about Sundays with TIM and other offers that we have. The other way that you can, y'all, my whole screen messed up. That's only because I'm talking. That's what happens when you're trying to talk and type. The other way that you can earn prizes tonight is by sharing today's live. So I'm gonna give you the Facebook link and just share with your community, send it to a friend. You can share the Zoom link, anything that you want to share, you can do that. Okay. Oh, wait, let me say that right. When you share the Facebook link, it will add another entry to your I see Renee. Uh, it will add another entry. So two ways: sign up for the email link or share tonight's live. I'm gonna go get that link, the Facebook link. And here's a big picture with this. I usually talk a lot, all things social media, and shares are one of the most important indicators that a piece of social media, doesn't matter what it is, a live, a image post, a reel, when people share it, that is one of the highest indicators that more people is going to see what we have to offer. So we have these shows every week. These panelists who comes on, when you share, you're helping. It's a no cost way of helping people grow their business. It's a act of what's the word, altruism. You can give back. Okay. So share the link, you get an entry, and fill out the form, you get another entry. And I think that's it for me.
Well, thank you, Martine. I really appreciate it. Martine does the will like Talya. Let me stop. Let me slow
She
down.
killed it last week. She killed it.
She
What are you talking
killed
about?
it last week.
She killed
She
it.
killed it last week with the
I wasn't even
will.
here. She killed
She
it.
really did. She even got Bree and Miss Cynthia on the wheel before they
Look,
even
look
asked.
at God.
Look at she got her on
Look
there
at God.
before they even
Look,
asked.
I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Okay. I was stressed out. Okay. My nerves was shot. I had said a disclaimer, before the show. I was like, hey, this is Martine's thing. This is not mine. I messed it up a couple of times before. Okay. So I had my own little systems in place this time. See, I had to make my own systems up. Okay. So now I'm ready. So now I can hear a little bit when Martine not here. I still can't see, but I can hear a little better now when Martine is not here. I think I got it.
All these skills and education, y'all, they be clowning. It's okay.
Mhm.
It's all right though. It's okay.
And then I just literally put Miss Bree and Miss Cynthia in. I didn't want to smoke. I was like, I'm just gonna write their name in here, okay?
Yeah,
Whether
walk
they
through
here
this.
today or not, I'm just gonna put them on there. They may not even be here. I didn't know. I just put their name on there because I didn't want to smoke. I just put it on
You know what? If Aaron Pierre was on the wheel, I bet that y'all would figure it out then, wouldn't it? She be on it.
there.
Hey,
See,
I,
Mr.
I bet
Flexible.
I'd figure it out. Okay,
hey,
I'd probably
Martine.
be running from Tiana Taylor, but I'd figure it out. You understand?
You're a restaurant. You're a restaurant.
Yeah, for that I'd risk it all. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tiana would have to
Look,
step back. She would have to step back. Um, but literally, Martine, you would have been proud of the both of us because see,
Yay.
I even had my iPad up and was putting things in the Facebook chat. I was actually looking at it.
Oh, y'all was going off. I had to work real. I was on vacation last week, and my family does clown me quite heavily because I work a lot. So I peeked one time when nobody was looking. I think I called Talya when everybody left the car one day last week during the day. I said, let me be good. Let me be good. Let me be good. So I didn't look. So I'm glad to hear I didn't get no 911 call, so I felt like it went well.
It
It
did.
went
It went
well.
well. It did.
Good.
It went well. It went well.
you didn't get no 911 call because if somebody would have called you, it was gonna be a problem. That's why you
Mhm.
didn't get one. Okay.
Well, I'll take that as a win. I'll
Snitches
take
get
that as a
stitches.
win.
Snitches get stitches.
Hey, hey. I wasn't gonna call. I wasn't gonna call.
That's funny.
Okay, so we are happy to have Martine back, and we're glad that she
Glad to be there.
for vacation. She did a fantastic job, and here comes the segue. She did a fantastic job on her presentation for her. We call it her real job.
For the
Her
day
real
job.
job.
For the
She
day
did
job.
and let me tell you how she was able to do that. Number one, she does a lot of Sundays with TRM, but she is also a certified AI consultant. And I love the fact that she went ahead and did this. I love the fact that she has been pushing this forward to become a certified AI consultant. And with that being said, we have two other AI consultants who are here as well. There is Miss Kimberly James. There she comes. There she is. And there is Miss Rosie. And here she comes. There she is. And the two of them have done their big one. They have done the AI. Are you guys have you done the AI summit? Or are you getting ready to do it?
It's coming up.
It's coming up. Oof. They're getting ready to do the AI summit, and we're going to, what are we going to look? How do I do it? I saw people. What are we going to do? We're going to support them with this AI summit. But we're going to let the AI consultants have a conversation. So Martine, I'm going to hand it off to you, ma'am.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for that shout out, Regina. I appreciate that. Let's get into it. So I also did the AI consultant program this year. Did my first corporate executive training. Whew, I was sweating the big beads. But I will say, to Regina's point, being in the certification program, it helped because I knew a lot about AI, but I didn't know anything about corporate, so it really did help. And then I noticed, I was like, ooh, the summit's this week. So I reached out to these two lovely ladies when I saw that they were presenting because I was like, we got to hear more about what their experiences were like. So I'd like to start with Kimberly a little bit. I got lots of questions, but I'm gonna keep myself contained. Um, First, Kimberly was kind of curious, kind of what made you decide to make the transition into becoming a certified AI consultant. And if you share a little bit about what your experience is about, what you took away from it.
I decided only because my job told me this year that they were eliminating my full-time position after 20 years. So if that's not
That'll
enough
do
to
it.
make you
That'll
decide,
do it.
okay, what is the next step? What are you doing next? So after I picked myself up off the floor, I'm like, okay, I've had my business since 2018, but it's evolved definitely. And looking at the market and looking at the trends, it's like, okay, I'm a CPA. You know, accounting is not going to go anywhere, but that's never been my love. I've always enjoyed working with my hands and falling into AI, and seeing the trend that it's really not going anywhere. So I might as well start investing in myself so that I can become better at what I do and stop treating, the AI dabbling in stuff as a hobby and really invest in myself and turn it into a career.
I love that. I love that. There's been there's a lot of fear around people feel like the AI is going to take over. And it is going to remove some jobs. And I've been having a lot of conversations with people like the tech is always remove jobs, but
Mhm.
also it's replaced it with new ones. I was telling
Exactly.
somebody the other day, I was like, hey, I don't see. Remember back in the day, they would have like a secretarial school where you would
Mhm.
go in a room full of typewriters, right? Like they don't exist. Where's my blockbuster? I don't have one, right?
Exactly.
But there have been a whole new set of roles and positions that have been built that can now that didn't exist then, right? And I think
Mhm.
we're going to see the same. So I think it's going to be really beautiful to watch you transition all of these skills that you've learned. into this next chapter as you move. I guess you're not transition. You won't ever leave your CPA work, but it's just not going to be the core of your work
Oh,
anymore.
yes,
Is
I
that right?
will. Yes, I will.
She's like,
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yeah,
it's in my
I'm still
background.
doing some consulting, but I'm not working full time for anyone anymore. So I'm
Okay,
all in on myself. So I've worked
I
with
love it.
entrepreneurs my whole career for the last
Yeah,
35 years. And if
yeah.
I can help them build, scale, and grow their business for them,
Mhm,
what can I do for
mhm.
myself? So I'm betting on me. I'm
I
betting on.
love it. So how has your experience with the AI consulting certification supported that?
It has been really good. And the crazy thing is, I didn't sign up until Rosie put in the chat that the price is going up. And
Mhm.
that was
You know how to
in
do it.
August. So mid August, I
Mhm.
jumped in with both feet, all gas, no brakes, and I
Mhm.
finished in less than 30 days. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm really gonna do
Mm.
this. But it has been really good. It's been really eye opening. I knew a lot about AI coming through, DCT and a lot of the
Mhm.
different communities that we follow.
Yeah.
But making sure that I knew how to be a consultant, that was an extra piece. But the crazy thing is,
Mm.
a lot of my job in the past that I've done
Mhm.
really was kind of a building block. So going through
Mm.
the program, it's like, okay, I got this. I know this. It's a different way of thinking, definitely. But, it definitely gave me the tools that I'm definitely more confident in
Mm.
going to approach businesses,
Right.
whereas I would not have been had I not done the consulting program.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What about you, Rosie? Tell us a little bit about kind of what brought you into the AI consultant program, what your experience is like, and some of the lessons you learned.
So for me, you guys know I started with AI in 2022, back in the day when we had CF Spark. So the OGs, I know you guys remember CF Spark days, but AI was kind of a pivot for me because I had been doing crafting for a few years before AI was introduced. I was doing sublimation. And with sublimation, you guys know a lot of art that is used at that time before AI was introduced. I was purchasing the art from others that was creating the digital art. And so once I came across AI in 2022, I was like, well, it caught my attention because not only is this something that I would love to do, but then also I get to keep a few coins in my pocket because now I'm not purchasing from others, I'm creating my own. So as time went on and evolved, I pivoted from sublimation. I still do it from time to time, but it's not my main business anymore. So sublimation is kind of the side piece now. And so I pivoted into doing AI, monetizing AI, and then started teaching the classes. And so I really love AI. I love teaching AI. I get excited about different platforms when they have updates, new tools that are introduced. I'm like, oh, what can we do today? It's like, what rabbit hole are we going down? So I pivoted from sublimation to AI and doing the teaching how to monetize, teaching how to use it. And so from there, I was doing virtual classes. I wanted to get into doing more in-person classes. And so I felt like doing the certification was necessary for me to make that adjustment in this space to actually go out and have that certification behind my name. Like Kimberly said, it does give you a little more confidence, and it looks good when you're saying, I am a certified AI consultant, and I'm interested in hosting a class or doing this with your audience. And so with having that piece of paper or having that certification, and you're more well received, and it's not like, well, who are you and what are you talking about, what are your credentials, how are you qualified to speak on this? Oh, well, I have this certification program that I just completed with the Little Sisters, and we've done blah 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 blah. And so that's why I went into the certification program, just thinking long term and how I want to do in person, um, as well as the virtual classes.
I really like that. And I like that you brought up how the credentialing can help with like that credibility piece.
Mhm.
I'm finding quite similar that like I had a conversation with somebody maybe a month ago, They starting a coffee shop. And I was like, yeah, I went in and got certified. And they're like, really? They was like, let's do a discovery call. And I was like, for real? Okay. So I'm putting it on the calendar, right? So I do agree with you. There's a lot of credibility that you can leverage. And to Kimberly's earlier point, changes are happening in the workforce, right? And what they're short on is people who know what we have to offer. So I think it's exciting for both of you to formally take this step to align kind of the skills you've been picking up in your previous work, whether it be sublimation or as a CPA, because I know we're going to see some cross, even though you're going to leave that behind you. You're going to, at least I know for me, there have been times where my past work is showing up in my new work, that we can kind of bridge the two together. And I think that's really, really exciting. So this week we got some special things coming up. I see these beautiful backgrounds, guys. So Kimberly and Rosie have their AI Summit background, which they're going to be featured this week. The AI Summit is essentially an opportunity to hear some of the best ideas that centered around all things AI. They're 18-minute speeches. It's not a sales call. It's not I'm going to give you my link at the end. This is centered around them sharing their best thoughts and strategies around AI. And the fields are broad. So people coming from healthcare, they're coming from education, they're coming from the medical field. And so I'm over the moon excited because not everybody who becomes a certified consultant, they don't do the summit. So I was so happy to see y'all's pictures come through. I was like, let's go to the summit. They said yes. So I want to give you both some time. I want to start with Rosie to talk just a little bit about what your summit's going to be about. Just tell us, give us a blurb, and when is your presentation? Because this is over a couple of days, y'all.
Yeah, so the summit this year or this month is going to be from Wednesday until Saturday. So typically, well, in the past it was Friday, Saturday, and then it grew from Thursday to Saturday, and now with over 80 speakers planned, it's now Wednesday through Saturday. And so I will actually be coming up Wednesday morning. So I'll be on day one, Wednesday morning, around 11:55-ish, somewhere around there, if they stay
Eastern?
on schedule. Eastern time.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
I'm
you.
in South Carolina, so Eastern time. And so provided they stay on track, because there are some people that may go over their time, and some may come under their time. So we're looking at around 11:55 for my presentation. But I'm going to be talking about the AI the AI roadmap, AI launch roadmap. So I'll be discussing 7 tools that you can use in any business, and we'll be talking about everything from Perplexity for research to ChatGPT for copywriting. And so we're going to go over 7 different tools. And in our space, we normally refer to it as a tool stack. And so we'll be going over those 7 tools that help you with marketing your business.
I love that. I'm so excited. Now I'm taking a side look over here in the group. We've got at least a good 50. So what I'd like you guys to do, pin it to your calendar. I think the team has dropped it in the chat to make sure that you sign up. It is free to attend. Let me put that in.
Yes.
It doesn't cost you anything to attend. So we're gonna do just like Momo and Grandma do. We're gonna put it on our calendar, and then we're gonna pop in for her 20 minutes, and then we're gonna get back to other business. Okay. We want to flood that chat with support for her in her session on marketing, our AI stack. I love it. How about you, Kimberly? What are you going to be talking about, and tell us a little bit about it and your date and time?
I will be presenting on the first day also, but I'm towards the end of the day. So 3:32, which is an odd time, 3:32 Eastern time. And I will be talking about my Fab Five. So working through how you can take one idea and turn it into multiple digital products. So it'll be ChatGPT, Midjourney, Canva, Suno, and Gamma.
Okay. I love that. So you're going to be walking through those that's the stack. Woo, it's gonna be a good session. Oh man, I gotta make sure I sign up my doggone self. This is gonna be a good session. And same thing. So we've got Rosie in the morning. We have Kimberly in the afternoon. I need you to put it in the calendar. We want to go in and support their 18-minute talk. And let me talk a little bit about the 18-minute talk. 18 minutes is on purpose. That is how long a TED Talk is. So this summit is laying the groundwork for Rosie and Kimberly to be on the red dot as well. It's giving them their practice run. I see those nervous smiles, but who's to say? I see those nervous smiles, but we can get on the dot. And then when I say the dot, y'all, I'm talking about TED Talks. And I think a lot of people are going to be sharing their journeys with AI. AI is going to be really, it's probably going to be a bigger innovation than the internet itself. And so this is their practice run, and it's the other thing I really like about the AI certification, because they're going to get their recordings. They're going to be able to keep them when I'm gonna just speak positivity in life, when they get asked to present and or they decide to go to a conference and say, hey, I want to speak at your conference. A lot of these conferences will ask for a recording of you either speaking or presenting. They're going to already have one. Okay, they're going to already have them. So it's another really good benefit and a really nice way that program elevates the voices of the community that is there to serve. So just wanted to put that out. I'm so excited for you both. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
If you had, this is my last question because they have to present, so I don't want to overwhelm them with too much stuff. If you felt like someone was on the fence, what would you tell them about this program that you feel like would be of most beneficial to them if they're thinking about wanting to become a certified AI consultant? And we'll start with yeah, there we go.
I'll piggyback off of Rosie when she talked about the credibility that it brings, but it also brings a huge community of, amazing minds. I know what I know about AI, but I am amazed at all of the other either AI consultants or the certified AI consultants that come in. And if you have a question about something, people are really quick to assist you and help you out, get on calls with you to walk through different things. That is refreshing, really refreshing because, being a solo entrepreneur, I'm used to doing this by myself. And
for sure.
Out or figuring out how to figure certain things out on your own. But it's great when you can go to a community of like-minded people. And that AI Fusion is very similar. We are definitely very similar to that. But going and saying, hey, I'm having trouble with this, or have you tried this platform? And not only will they give you their opinion about that one, they may be able to provide a better platform. Even just working with my accountability partner over the last week, she shared different information with me. I've shared different information with her, and it has definitely been eye-opening. So I have, credibility and, the community that it brings. So.
Oh, baby, you are on mute.
I'm trying to make sure I kept these kids be laughing and hollering. So I'm trying to make sure I toggle. Y'all know how it goes. Every other Tuesday, there's like a community meeting. So they stay up to date, right? Yeah. So I think I agree with you. Having the accountability, and man, a lot of people know stuff. I really agree with you. How about you, Rosie? Outside of the credibility it brings, is there anything else that you feel like, if someone's on the fence or they're thinking about it, that you would share about your journey?
I love the flexibility of the program. You work at your own pace, so there's no one behind you saying that you have a deadline. You've got to get it done. You've got to get it done. You got to get it done. I'll be the first to say that life be lifing. And so you don't always get it done. Each cohort is about 3 months. You don't always get it done within that cohort. I did not. And so whereas Kimberly was saying she was able to do hers within 30 days, for me, it took about 6 months with a break in between because again, life was life, and I'm a mother of teenage twins that are very active in their school. I'm a wife of almost 30 years.
Mm,
Life be life, and we have a lot going on. And in the middle of my certification, we decided to move. So we had a
okay.
whole lot going on and packing up
Yeah.
a house that we had been in almost 20 years and was
Right.
like moving to a better school district for our kids, the whole house hunting process.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the flexibility piece of it all, there was nobody saying, you got to get it done, you got to get it done, you got to get it done.
Yeah.
And so I've loved being able to work at my own pace, and complete it in my own time or when it was more convenient for me.
Right.
Um, and so I love that. But like Kimberly said, you have a very strong community behind you. In addition to the expertise of the little sisters with Lorette and Alicia,
Mm-hmm.
you have that strong community that's always there to assist you and help you. And so I love that about this program. I
I
definitely
love
recommend
that.
it to anybody that's thinking about doing it. It is a nice chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Yeah,
say that even though it is a chunk of change and there are programs out there that are a lesser expense, you get what you pay for. And
for
so in
sure.
this program, even though it's a chunk of change, you get a chunk of knowledge, you get a chunk of support. And I'm talking support to the point of when we're ready to go and do those speaking engagements on that red dot or those larger stages, they are handing us those opportunities to say, I'm not
Yep.
available to do this, but I've got this great opportunity. I think you would be
Yep.
a great fit for it. And they are
Yep.
giving us those opportunities. And
Mm-hmm.
so I love that about this space because they are very intentional about collaboration over competition. I know
Mm-hmm.
it sounds cliche, but they are very intentional and they walk the walk and talk
They
the talk.
absolutely do. I agree with you. I agree with you wholehearted. I think my eyes nearly bucked out the first time I saw that come through the chat. And I was like, they gave away a real job. Like, I'm in the right
Yes.
place. Everybody does not do that. That's not
No.
a thing.
Mm-mm,
But
not
and
at all.
it's definitely an internal perk of because the communities. Let me say this: the communities are lifetime, y'all. So it's not a situation where you pay for entry and then you have to continue to pay. They've got other services that they offer, but your AI certification, you're going to, just like the AI is growing with it, the community is growing with the AI, and you're going to constantly be able to have a space to keep learning and building. This is exciting. I am so excited for you both. Rosie, something you said that resonated with me was the timing of it all. And
Mhm.
I just think it's beautiful that like this moment is your moment. And you needed the 6 months to be right here in this moment to do it right now. And I'm very, very excited for you. I was telling last week, I was like, sometimes all these little things are getting, well, quote unquote, getting away are actually the actual roadmap, not the one we choose, that get us
Mhm.
where we're going to have the best experience, the most volume, the thing that we didn't even think was possible. So, for both of you, I will be cheering you on. I'm as soon as I get out this call, and I'm putting my calendar up so I can get both of your time slots on my calendar. Because I'm definitely going to be cheering you on. And guys, in the chat, the team has dropped links for both of them. So choose one, make sure you're signed up. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. If you want the replay, there is a cost. I get the replay because I like to learn. So and it's just so much. It's I didn't know it was 80 speakers this time, so replay too
Yeah,
because
it's
that's
a
what we do.
lot. I want to say it's like 84 to be exact. It's a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna get the replay because
That
there's
chat is a
all.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because y'all in the speaker chat. Oh, yeah. It's a busy. It's a busy. Yeah, it's a busy chat because you have to remember
Um,
all 84 are preparing for their presentations. They have questions.
mhm.
Yes.
And we're
Okay.
not all in the same time zone, so the chat is
Yes.
always going.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Well, this is
Mhm.
exciting. I'm excited for you both. Um, I'm just proud to just be in the smallest, tiniest part of your sphere. And I appreciate y'all. I did ask them quite late, like a couple hours ago, to come on. So I appreciate you guys being flexible with me with that, but I just couldn't I knew that you were presenting, and I just could not let today go by without making sure we keep you guys connected, because that's just what we do here. Thank y'all so much for
Well,
coming on.
Coach Martine,
Thank
anytime.
you.
Thank you so much for reaching
Thank
out.
you.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I got the moving around. I was like, I'm just gonna ask them. They might say no. I'm gonna just ask anyway,
I know.
and
I
just
was
see
like,
if
oh,
they're
I look a
available.
hot mess. It's Sunday. I haven't done anything all day. I was like,
You
let me
look
slip down this
beautiful.
Well,
ponytail.
Little eco style, and you're good to go. You know how we do.
Okay, little
Little,
edge control.
little extra
But
cold, we're
yeah,
good to go.
but thank you, Talya, Regina, Martine. Thank you all so much. I think this is my first time coming on as a guest. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh no, we're glad to have
Thank
you, and
you. I know
we can't
I
wait.
know I've made something with one of your items before. I know that for sure. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought maybe you had come
With
on,
your
but
classes. Yep, you did something with my
yes.
classes. And I think you have my the 7-word GPT, I think too. The 7-word prompt
Absolutely.
GPT.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I be talking about it too. I be talking about it too.
Well, thank you,
Mhm.
thank you, thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank y'all for coming. I'm so very happy for you guys. My funds ain't quite there for me to get this certification yet, but the
We're
Lord's
gonna
gonna make a
pray on it.
way.
We're gonna pray on it.
right.
Make a way.
Thank you for
Gonna
having us.
make a way for it. Thank y'all for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming on to Sundays with TRM. I think the thing that people have to understand is that AI is coming. And the thing that Alicia says over and over again is that you are not going to lose your job to AI. You're going to lose your job to people who understand AI.
Yep,
So
say that.
Absolutely.
every single time that you have an opportunity to become part, and let me say it again, this summit is free. If you want to get the recordings of the summit, you have to pay for that. But going to the summit itself, being a support of these women is free. Click on their links and be a support to them. I want to see floods and floods of support for them during their time slot. Every single time we all jump on to support, because we want even Alicia Little's people to understand that we are here for them. Put these ladies on her radar so she can drop a job to them. Just drop that job. Just drop another job, a consulting job for them. We want to be able to support them. And there's going to be such vast amount of knowledge given in
Absolutely.
this summit. You said that there was almost 80 people or 80 so
Yeah,
speakers.
Mhm.
there's over 80 people. And like Martine mentioned earlier, it ranges from like healthcare to government
Hmm.
contracting to how to use AI any way possible that you can
Mhm.
think of and what you haven't thought of.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. I
So
think
yeah.
that's
Yeah. Uh,
absolutely
I
fantastic.
think I've done probably four of the summits thus far. And I'm telling you, I learn something new every single time.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
always a different way that AI is being used that I never thought about before. So if you haven't been to one of the summits before, you really need to check this summit out. I definitely learn something new every single time I watch it. So um, yeah,
So
super
Yolanda,
excited for you guys.
she's saying that she got her certification in September. Is that what she said, Martine? Because that went by real fast.
Yes, in September.
Yolanda, yes.
Yes, Yolanda. I'll answer that one. Since I'm on the other side now. And then Diana asked for, oh yes, please drop your socials in the chat. Where can we follow Rosie and Kimberly? I didn't say it. But they also have wonderful eyes. They're both have really good eye for art. And when they make
Yeah.
something, every
Chef kiss.
time,
Chef kiss.
every time it'd be good. Every time they don't miss. Um, so when y'all go to their pages and start looking at their things, just know the way they address their art is the way they address every other area of their lives with care, with quality, and with a spirit of I want to put things out there that are really good. So I know these presentations are going to be the same. Let's see. Question: what advice would I give someone who's on the fence with speaking? You need to go ahead and do it. You got to get the speaking, and I'm gonna be super clear about this. I again, Yolanda, and I'm gonna land this plane. We're all on these paths in our lives. It's not without reason. Sometimes we are rejected. Sometimes we are accepted. Sometimes we find out that after 20 years, that this role and this work we've done somewhere, somebody has decided that is null and void. And if we're not careful, we can think that these experiences are roadblocks or deterrents, but oftentimes they're exactly what need to happen to get us right where we're supposed to be. We also have to participate in that work. So you speak now in preparation for what's next. For me, I spoke in April. I've been online and working remotely for 3 years now. One of the areas I was most out of practice in was speaking to people. I did Sundays with TRM the past year. I go live 3 times a week. I didn't know that I was going to do the AI Summit. The AI Summit came to me. So by the time we got to the AI Summit, I was prepared. I also didn't know that I was going to be speaking to the CEO of a company about AI. But when the moment came, I was ready because I was doing the work in all these other places. It doesn't mean that I wasn't nervous or if I was unsure or that I wasn't, man, listen, I almost had a flu a couple times, right? But you have to move from the fence and understand that feeling, that nervousness you're feeling, you've got to work through that because you are preventing yourself from what's on the other side because your whole life is being directed. Some of us, we've got people that are out of work, we got people that are laid off, we got people that are furloughed with all this AI knowledge. This whole thing that's happening in our lives right now might literally be the setup for things that you never thought that was possible. So you got to come off the fence for it. You got to. You just have to. Otherwise, you stay on the fence and the journey of life keeps going on without you. So that's how I would respond to that. And that's why I'm really excited about what Rosie and what Kimberly are going to be doing this week, because we don't know what this is going to place into their life and how it's going to move them forward next.
Well, thank you, Martine. I want to thank all of the AI consultants, those who have gotten their AI consultant certification and are going to be speaking, and we will bring them back up here and we will surround you with TRM love. And for those who are getting ready to speak, this is going to change a lot for you. I've watched Martine bloom in ways that I never imagined seeing her bloom. She is taken on, like she said, you know, doing this for over a year. Because initially, when she first came on with us, she was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to be in the background. I work in the background. I'm not going to speak." And now she is able to take on a whole segment all by herself, and she does her thing. So for you, both of you are very confident women. You both have taught classes, you have counseled people, you have done a lot, but now you're about to step into a bigger space that you deserve to be in. And being a part of this summit is just a stepping stone to greater things. And I can't wait to see what you guys do on the summit. So thank you for coming on to TRM. And we are so happy and proud of what you're doing. And it also shows that you're flexible because an hour beforehand, you was like, lights, camera, action. Look at you guys with your backgrounds and everything looking
Yep.
fabulous.
Fresh face and everything. Also, Regina, I dropped in the chat, those of you who say you're afraid to speak, just FYI, it's these three Black ladies that have a show called Sundays with TRM. Every
Mhm.
Sunday, they invite people to come on. So if you are struggling with being in front of an audience and speaking, become a panelist. That's a great way to get your sea legs. I see all y'all introverts. Come on over to Sundays with TRM introverts so we can get y'all rocking and
All right. Thank
You
you
can
guys
still be
so
an introvert. We just gonna extrovert you for a little bit. You can still be an introvert. You can still
much.
be.
They'll
You're just
become
gonna
what
be
is called
extroverted for a short
a,
amount of time. That's
an
all.
ambivert. is that it? I think that's the right one where you become you switch backwards and forwards. Yeah.
Mhm.
So and I think that's Kim all the way. She switches on and then switches right back off. She's like, I'm gonna go over here in my comfy zone and be quiet. But I appreciate you
You.
guys again. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Rosie. You guys are going to do great things, and we are going to be there to support you and big up you in the
Absolutely.
chat. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You guys. Thank you. I
You
You're
are
appreciate the
so
support.
welcome. All right, everybody. Let's give big shout outs to the ladies and love in the chat for both Kim and Rosie. And remember, their links are in the chat. Go ahead, sign up um, for their times. They would love to see you there to support them. And also, if you're thinking about being a certified AI consultant, Martine has placed that link in the chat as well. For those who are considering being a certified AI consultant, it's going to be one of the best decisions that you have made. There is let me do my thing. Also, there is Klarna and Afterpay as well for you guys who are
Hmm.
considering being an AI consultant. And I heard that the Little Sisters have their own payment plan as well.
Yep.
Uh,
And ask your job. Ask your job to pay for it. Okay. We're in fourth quarter. They got to spend up the money. Ask them to pay for
ask your job. Ask your job. Because it's there. Um, it is there. And it's under their education fund. Corporate people, they have to spend for your education and they get a tax write off. Ask your job. Especially for AI. They're getting big tax write-offs.
Well,
Hmm.
and no one knows what we know, y'all. No one know these companies. They don't know. They need.
You better speak, Martine. You better speak. Well, I'm excited about all things that are coming up for the AI Summit. But also, guys, we have there's been so many changes that have come up as far as what we are able to do and what we are able to do with my favorite generator, Midjourney. um in Midjourney, if you guys have not been in Midjourney lately, as far as your personalization codes, your mood boards, the style references, you are missing out. But the thing I think that people don't understand is the reasoning why they have decided to slow down, number one, as far as video is concerned. And the second reason is that they want to be known for art as far as Mid's journey is concerned. He is very, very specific about that in every meeting that we go into, that he wants to be the most beautiful place for art. And with all that being said, um, I have taught mood boards before, but this one is going to be different. I'm going to teach it from a artist perspective and a collection perspective, and how to create your mood boards as artwork, and also for you guys who are now doing aesthetic marketing, how to create those mood boards for aesthetic marketing so you don't have to prompt so hard. I will also bring in another software that will help you guys with your mood board creation. It's really about you guys finding your own voice. Like Dean said earlier, all of us need to find our own voices as far as art is concerned, because I can't be Martine, I can't be Talia, I can't be Rosie, and I can't be Kim, or I can't be Dean. We all have to find our own space, and using mood boards to do so is one of the main things that you're able to do within Midjourney. And you can use it on a lot of platforms. With the addition of Nano Banana, you can now do so many things that you weren't able to do before. But the main thing is to create those mood boards within Midjourney. So now you can move to different spaces. So if you're interested in learning about mood boards, and especially the way I create mood boards, because I got the attention of a gnat, and Martine's always like, Regina, are you sure you want to finish? You want to go ahead and finish that? I do them fast, get them in, and crank them out, because I need those things done and moved through. So, and also how I create my processes and the way I think about mood board creation is what you're going to learn from me in this mood board magic. It's going to be a fun experience, and I can't wait to have you guys in the class. So if you're interested in learning more about mood boards, how to monetize, how to create them, and what they're useful for, and how to separate yourself as an artist by using mood boards, this will be the class for you. So, with that being said, I'm going to hand it off to our back to our wonderful Miss Martine, because she has a class that is coming up really soon on a thing that I know for me, until she started showing me how to use it, I was like, I am never in the history of mankind going to use this thing.
I said the
Why?
same thing too. I said the same thing. Before I say that, I want to just say a few things about Regina's class. So my first connection point with Regina in particular was her first Mid-Journey class. And I like to tell people, when you take a class with Regina, you pretty much could just draw a line where your art was probably pretty good, and then your art goes woof above that line. It's like before Regina, after Regina, before, after Regina. So if you were on the fence, I'm gonna drop this in the chat. I'm telling you that your art is going to get better. Okay, whether it's mood boards, whether it's individuals, whether you're moving into video, she takes a lot of care to learn the Midjourney tool inside and out. It is, she always, if she told us she was just doing 5, by the time the class ends, she gave us 10 things. So if she said to us like the week before, I'm gonna give 5 blank blank blanks, then in the class she actually gonna give you 10 of blank blank blanks. So I'm gonna drop her class in the chat. But that's been my general experience. This was right before I joined TRM, and I was like, this lady here, she don't even know. I think I stayed up all night and pushed out my version of what I had learned, which the team knows I don't stay up all night. When the lights go off at 8, they hear that little buzz on the phone, like she gone, and they are correct. So, and I every time I take one of her classes, I'm reinvigorated, and my art continues to improve because I get to just be in a small percent of her space. I get like 2%, and that 2% has helped me to grow. So I just want to put that out there, if that's something that you're interested in doing. I also have a class coming up. Yeah, she really is the Mid-Journey queen. She really is. She's another one who's got impeccable style as well. I am okay. So this is okay. Let's talk about this platform real quick. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna pull it up here so y'all can see it. Some of y'all paying for it and you don't know how to use it. When I say some of y'all, I'm talking about myself, because I bought credits for almost 6 months and hadn't used a single credit until about 3 months ago. I'm gonna pull this up here. So I'm going to be teaching Opus Clips November 15th. That's what I'm going to be teaching. Many of you already have credits. So you just need to learn how to use the tool. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking you through step by step on how to use this tool. I've been off for vacation a couple days, and there are already like 5 new features I noticed. So I'm going to tell you up front, we're going to teach basics in this first class, and I'm going to give you my secret workflow to really make using Opus Clips a really good part of what you do. If you teach classes, if you go live, if you have video content that you want to reuse, this is going to be the class for you. I'm telling you right now, especially those of you who go live on a regular basis, if you go live and you never reshare that content, you do yourself a disservice. Because the people that saw your live, you're if you repurpose it, if you use a tool like Opus Clips, so let me tell you what Opus Clips is. Opus Clips will take long form content, like a 60-minute video, an hour-long video, and it shortens it down for you, and it picks out the best moments of that call. Okay? So instead of you having to watch the video and cut it up, Opus Clips does that for you. And then all you have to do is save the ones you want, edit them a little bit, and then get them where you need them to be. Most people have bought the credits. They just don't use the tool because they don't know how. So I'm going to teach you how to use the tool using my basic workflow. And then I'm also going to be walking you through how do you take what's in there and quickly move it into other places. Now, some of you say, well, I don't have a lot of recorded content. That's okay. You do realize you could charge people as a service. Now, my class is only $47. But if I was charging people, I would charge people $47 an hour to create, to make their, to edit their Opus Clips for them. So you could literally make your money back times 10 or 20 like that. Because most people, they either don't know how to do it or they don't know how time. So literally creating people's Opus Clips videos for them is a service that you can offer. Okay. So if you don't have video content, consider the class, but add it as a service in your business. If you go live on a regular basis, then Opus Clip is the premier tool to use to take those lives and cut them up so that you can repurpose them. I've been doing it the last couple of months, and it has made a huge difference in my engagement and the ways people interact with a lot of my content. And I don't have to think about what to create. I just use what I already made. It's a huge time save. All right. Oh yeah, Dion, this would be great. Dion said this would be great for your weekly lives. Absolutely. Especially Dion does weekly, she sells products. So you could use Opus Clips to feature or highlight certain products. And then you don't have to make a whole new set of content to do that. It will save you a lot of time. So that is the class. It's called monetizing your moments with. I'm gonna show you how to repurpose with Opus Clips. Okay. Patreon subscribers, it will be in the Patreon this week, so just keep an eye out for it. And I think that's it for me. Oh, great, Dion. Yeah, I can't wait to teach it. I did like a fake run through with the team, and they were like, "This need to be a class," and I was like, "For real?" And they were like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay." So here we are.
Well, I know that when she showed Talya and I how to do it, I was like, oh, maybe I can do this. But before, it was a no go for me. I
Baby,
really,
I got so many credits, it don't make sense.
mhm.
They over there. They over there
About
like
to
she don't
expire
want
because they
this.
do
I
expire.
don't even.
They do expire, y'all. Them bad boys expire. Let's not let
I
them
got
expire.
so many credits.
I got a question in the chat. Let's see. There was a question. It was an Opus Clips question, so let me just double check. Opus Clips, does it keep your original video intact? No, but you essentially upload your video, so you still have your master video. So let me show. There's an upload button. So this is a question from Chris. You keep your original video. It's downloaded on your computer. When you upload it into Opus Clips, it's gonna cut that video up for you, and then you'll download only the segments you want or that you like. I hope that helps.
Thank you.
So yeah, okay. So it's not. I feel less alone. I knew me and Talia had a whole bunch of these doggone credits. So I'm glad to see it's not just us. I see y'all. Yeah, y'all should grab that class because you'll leave out of there having a foundational knowledge, and then I'll come back in 2026 and teach a new class that is like, now that we know this about Opus Clips, let's do this and let's do this next.
I'm sitting here reading the thing. People are saying that they have had it for months and never use their credits. Yeah, so this is definitely a class that
Yeah.
is needed, Martine. And if you have not taken any of Martine's classes, she will step you through. You know how they say, "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" She will break it down to every little bitty piece so that you could come up to be smarter than a fifth grader. She is able to break things down and for you to learn. And she does a, let me explain something to you. Her pre videos that she does for every single class, I go like this. Martine does it big does her big one. So even you come to the live class, but in her portal, she has videos that she's already done that she takes you step by step by step through every single thing that she's going to teach during the class. It is it's phenomenal. It's absolutely
Thank you, Regina. Yes, this class will come with pre-recordings. Okay, so Regina's right. Probably within that week, the week before the class, I usually push out and that was me listening. So for my teachers in the room, I started doing that so that because I was getting feedback that people needed more step by step for me. And so I did pre-recordings. And then when you come live, I don't cover every single thing because time, but you get to walk away with everything you need plus some. So you got to talk to me and kind of work out some mental kinks. Some of my students will go to that class, they'll go to the pre-recordings before the class. And that's, most of them kind of go check things out and kind of get themselves level. And then I'm finding that they're feeling much stronger once they go back and kind of look at everything together. So you definitely don't want to miss it. I'm trying to. There was one more question. I'm sorry. I'll find it. Oh, thanks, Dion. Dion, we appreciate that feedback. Dion said if you're not in tier 3 of TRM, you're missing out. They do not miss when they teach a class. Plus, you have the replay to watch. Y'all want to talk a little bit about TRM and the Patreon subscription?
absolutely.
Cool. Going. So those, especially if you're new to the space, Regina, myself, and Talya, we have a Patreon. As soon as school makes the adjustments it needs to make, we're gonna move it all over to school. But for now, it's a Patreon. When Dion mentions tier 3, we have 3 tiers. The top tier, you can grab all of our classes for one rate. It's $97 a month. In that tier 3, you get all 3 of our classes, all the replays from all 3 of our classes, any templates that we had, any GPTs that we had for the class. In addition, you get for that same $97, you get 3 different co-working sessions where we come together. We will troubleshoot things. Sometimes we just work, but a lot of times we're either troubleshooting things or trying to figure out something that maybe has been, kind of on your mind. Okay. Then on top of that, you get 3 GPTs and over 100 pieces of art each month. Okay. So I'm not the best at math, but I feel like with all of the tools and resources and everything you get, it averages to like less than $30 for each one of us. So you get our knowledge and skills for less than 30 months per person per month. Okay. So I'll drop that link in the chat if you're interested. We do have other tiers, but the greatest value, this is the largest discount we offer as a team. It really is tier 3, and being able to just take everything that you want to take.
Yeah. Every single time that we come and we do a co-working session, everybody, all of our co-working sessions are different, right? So we all do our co-working sessions on the way that we like to teach. Sometimes you may get a time where it's quiet meditation. That would be Martine. Quiet, she does quiet meditation and focus. Then you may get a time where you break out into crafts and personal and personal catharticism. That would be Talia, right?
Right.
She is going to have conversation with you, and if you have questions about a craft, she is going to help you with that craft. then for some reason, every single time I do a co-working session, I start teaching because I have a thought in my head. So they get a preview of what a class will probably be because I have a conversation with them and any problems that they have with anything that I have done as far as mid-journey, or they've had problems with it, then that would be me. But every single one of us, you get all those things with all of us on our
You
co-working.
can say cathartic on steroids. That's crazy.
Right,
It's
it is.
craziness.
It is.
It's
Talya,
their fault though, because I don't have the intention of crafting on either of these co-working sessions. That is not my intention. And it's always, can you show us how to make?
mhm,
And here we are,
every single time.
crafting
Every single time.
every
But
single
we
time.
need it. We need it. We need to craft. We need to take those minutes
Yeah,
and those hours that we are on, because sometimes it's hours that we are on, to just relax, relate, and release. And that's what happens in the co-working sessions. So for all of you guys
Mhm.
that are interested in coming and being a part of
hmm,
TRM Learning, it is a wonderful place to be. And we listen,
Absolutely.
and most of our classes, well, no, not most, I'm going to say all of our classes stack on top of one another, right?
hmm,
So
hmm,
if I teach one thing, then Martine comes back and she teaches something else that connects to that thing. And it is really important to us that you guys have a complete, rounded learning experience
hmm,
with TRM, because you can learn something, but not to have you'll learn it in piece here, a piece here, a piece here.
hmm,
You want to bring all those pieces together, and
for
that's why we
sure.
decided to start TRM learning, is because we wanted all the pieces to work together so you guys can move forward in your businesses, or if you just wanted to do things to relax, but you would know all those things by being a part of TRM learning.
For
Uh,
sure. So like this month between Regina's class and mine, you're gonna learn those mood boards, you're gonna build them. But if you're selling mood boards, then one of the ways you're gonna sell those mood boards is through visual storytelling and reels, right? So if you're going live and you're talking about the mood boards that you're selling, then you would use Opus Clips to break that live up into smaller pieces, right? So we're always looking for. I agree with you. We're looking for leveled connections, to serve the entire entrepreneur.
I love that. And then it
Absolutely.
the mood boards is being built off of the class that Talia had, of which I'm going to have her speak about after we bring William up, where she talked about wall art. She has she did a wonderful class of wall art, but the only way that you can really maximize your wall art and to step outside of just everybody else's wall art is to have what? Mood boards.
Mood
So you see how
boards.
how everything stacks on top of one another. That is what we do. So I just wanted you guys to, I'm glad that Martine decided to talk about TRM learning. And normally our sponsor, William, is used to being up second, but the reason why we placed him where we're placing him right now is because I had so much fun creating. It brought me back to when I used to use Avid. And yeah, you guys, yeah, everybody's like, oh, Regina doesn't want to do videos. I don't want to do videos because I used to use Avid all the time and I was sick of it and I didn't want to do it. Not one more time. But I love his GPT, and I took it down to its in the connections. All what you're going to see for me is what they call a raw clip. It's not completely done. I haven't overlaid music. I didn't do any of those things, but I wanted you guys to see the power of the GPT that he has created for you guys. It is absolutely phenomenal. And William, I have, I think, like four or so raw clips that I want to show. Um, and the reason why I'm showing these four clips, and I may not show them all the way through, but it's because it shows the range that this GPT has in creation, right? You know, like all the time, William shows us the GPT one way, then Martine, Talya, and I decide to go, we love it. It works this way, but let's check and see if it goes this way or that way or the other way. So we were able to do some pretty phenomenal things. So Martine is going to come up and after you talk about your GPT, Martine is going to come up and she's going to show what she did. And then I will clip you guys through my raw clips of my 4 shorts. And I may even have the one of them was I don't want to do it all because it's long, but I may even clip out that fifth one if we have time. So William, thank you once again for sponsoring TRM Sundays with TRM. And can you tell us about the urban scene maker that you created?
Oh, yes, I can. Can everybody hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yes, I can. I just want to let everybody know that if I can talk, anybody can talk. I'm being honest with you. If I can talk, now this is just not. I know a lot of people say this, but if I can talk, anybody can talk. Trust me at that. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna let Toy, because I created her to do my talking for me. So that's something that you could think about. You know, create your avatar, but talk. Create your avatar that can talk for you. So here is Toy. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. It's like a 3-minute video, but it's very interesting, and you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
We got you. We see you.
All right, here we go.
Urban Scene Maker GPT is a cinematic logic and prompt repair tool built for filmmakers, writers, storyboard artists, and AI creators who want visually coherent, physically accurate scenes without losing creativity or style. It transforms messy ideas into cohesive, film-ready moments using an advanced sense-making engine that analyzes props, hand positions, and movement for realism. The system automatically adds supports like trays, straps, or ledges, resolves conflicts in time, weather, and camera logic, and outputs a continuity-tight scene with a mini ledger tracking every prop and action. With it, you can instantly turn chaotic prompts into believable, shootable beats while preventing impossible actions, like holding an umbrella, 2 coffees, and opening a door at once. Emotional tone and creative flow are preserved while realism and structure are enhanced. Core features include affordance mapping and hand accounting for every character, an auto repair pipeline that redistributes props or adds carriers, and environment logic that keeps lighting, time, and angles consistent. It also integrates safety and accessibility checks, like lids on hot drinks or realistic stair movement, and provides a detailed physical sanity summary covering motion, speech, and environment coherence. Urban Scene Maker GPT works across any genre or tone while maintaining your aesthetic. Perfect for film and ad shot lists, novel scenes, AI image prompts, Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, game cutscenes, or social video scripting, it helps streamline your workflow and reduce retrees. Upon purchase, you receive instant digital access and a commercial use license to freely use generated outputs for personal or professional projects. No physical product is shipped. The GPT itself remains proprietary and requires ChatGPT 4 to operate.
That machine's got a grudge.
Guess it learned from you.
I swear it only behaves when you're around. Don't shut down on me now, LaFette. If he's your brother, I need every detail.
He said he was fine now. Coffee, laughs, man. I didn't see it coming. Then that's it. No second take, no rewind.
I didn't need one. I already walked off your set.
You ever feel the moment slipping before it's gone?
Every time I look at you.
Funny how the screen's the only thing shining, but you're the one lighting everything up. Don't peek yet. This one took me all week to find.
Then it's perfect already, because you tried.
These ones hit just right. See that shine?
You always climb higher than you need to.
You're lucky it's just a nail, not the rim.
Guess I'm luckier you stopped.
I made a peace offering, no grudge this time.
So we're friends again?
I was hoping for something more than that.
Kenji.
Okay, everybody. I just want to say thank you for watching my video, and the couple of scenes at the end, what you seen was called timeline prompting, and timeline prompting acts as a director. It actually, instead of you seeing two characters standing in one spot, you have movement. You have some type of movement. You have some type of camera movement. It's not just static. Some type of gimbal type style to keep it steady. And then not only that, you have a boom where it does like a boom and shifting over. And then you have cut scenes where it cut from one character to the other character just to make the scene more interesting. And then that's what you're seeing that's in that those different prompts. Now, I also too have another mode. Is probably your introductory mode. I call it, basically like your starter mode, where you can just run the mode. But I would suggest using the timeline mode. That way, you can really create something epic, and that's what you want to do. uh, Something about video now, it's getting big, and if this is the train that you want to be on, if you're if you're an artist, this is one of the trains that you want to be on. And basically, art is video is nothing but 30 frames per second, or 60 frames per second, or 120 frames per second. That's what it basically is. And I don't know if, well, Toy, my presenter, she has her own TikTok page, and she's doing that page is doing really well. I'm just surprised on the success that I'm having on it, and that was because I decided to go into doing video. So that's basically it. If anybody have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
Yeah, William, video is the where we all need to be. Martine has said it multiple times here on this channel. Static images on your social media is the lowest engagement that you can have. And what you are doing is actually, I showed it just to let you know. I showed it to my son last night before I was getting ready to go to bed, and he was like, "Oh, mom, this could be a series. This could be a series." I said, "Really? You think it could be a series?" And he was like, and we worked out. And I'm not even going to show you guys that video because that's the one that I am actually going to turn into a series. But it's going to be it's his GPT allows you to create things that people can follow and wait for over and over and over again. So we, as a team, we always come at this in different areas, right? I came at it through using my art and actually using his GPT in its rawest form. Because the thing that I love about this GPT is I gave it a simple concept and it gave me a complete package. That is what I love about the GPT. It is just, you can put one word in there and it is going to do its thing. It is built for everyone, as you can see in his opening with Toy, that everyone is represented in this GPT. And it is absolutely phenomenal. So, Martine, can you talk about what you did with the GPT? Oh, for some reason you're muted. still can't hear you.
Let's try. How about now?
Yay.
All right, now I'm getting feedback on my headphones, so hopefully it's not an issue on y'all's end.
No.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen because
we lost you again.
Take a moment to explain why serial content. When we say serial content, we're talking about a series. So on social media, just like people binge watch Netflix shows, binge watch, shows. I think right now, what we're Reasonable Doubt. We're on Reasonable Doubt right now, right? We keep showing up, and so what happens on these accounts is when there are these episodic episodes, people click on the first one, they get wrapped up, tied up, and then they go watch the rest of them to the end. Though the act of clicking on one and then watching all of the others, it pushes the algorithm, goes, people like this. They like so much of that creator, they're watching multiple. Oh, wow. The algorithm is going to read that and push that out further to a broader audience. So those accounts grow. Those accounts monetize. I'm gonna give you a very simple example. Y'all know divorce courts that be on TV? Divorce court. Okay. So and paternity court. Do y'all know why these people are recording? They literally got they illegal, don't do this. But they're literally recording and commenting on old divorce court and paternity court videos. They put them in parts. They put the whole 16 minutes together. Don't ask me how I know, mind your business. I just know because I'm nosy. Because at the end of the day, we want to know how the court case ends and if he or she is the father, right? We want to know. So we watch the whole thing. Those people, those are monetized accounts. Those people are making so much money. And all they did was Opus clip. They did. They just edited some old episodes of either divorce court or paternity court. That is illegal. Let me say that again, but don't do that. But what you can do is grab Williams GPT and make up your own stories. Okay. So I just want to take a moment to say that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Of course, now that I got to do this for real, I got to remember how to share my screen. I'm going to go to Instagram because I want to talk to you about a very specific type of video. And I use Williams GPT to make my video with it. All right. So I'm going to go here. No, I don't want to share the audio. Let's go to Instagram. All right. So have you guys been seeing the triple frame videos? They look like this. It's a very popular trend on your thread. You may notice that it's like 3 videos layered on top or stacked on top of each other. This is a very easy way to stop the scroll. It's literally 3 videos on top of each other. And because most people are not creating videos this way, people are more likely to stop and look at your video. Remember, when we talk about social media, it's all about watch time. So how long people are watching. Are they watching to the end? Did I get them to stop the scroll? Did I get them to reshare? Likes don't mean that much. Y'all, I know we all like stuff, but likes is another one. Likes don't mean that much. Okay. Like, unless you're in the millions of likes, you ain't helping nobody. You want to help somebody? Comment and share. Okay. But before you can comment and share, you got to get them to stop. So these 3 stacked video effect is a great way to get people to stop and be interested in what you have to offer. So here's my idea. So let me stop sharing and I'll share my screen to show you what I did with Adrian's GPT.
Williams GPT.
Okay. Ooh, a lot of moving around.
Williams. All right. William.
Williams GPT.
What did I say?
Adrian.
What did I say? Oh, my
Adrian.
bad. I got my brothers mixed up. My apologies.
Oh, that's
Williams GPT. So I'm gonna go over to. All right. Make sure I got the right screen here. Thank you. All right. So let me do, okay, so this is what I did. I actually took, and we're using Flow. That was the question in the chat. The tool that we're using is Flow. So I took Adrian's GPT and I asked it for a stacked video. So in my prompt, when I was requesting my prompt, I said, hey, give me a video that has 3 layers in it, just like the ones on Instagram. And this is what it came up with. Right? So if you go on Instagram, there are tons of tutorials on how to make this effect. But because of Williams GPT, all I had to do was like tell it what I wanted, copied and pasted the prompt. I brought it over here and it's done. So all I have left to do is download the video and make edits to it. My thought process with using this effect, we're getting into 4th quarter. So think about doing things like posting your prompt giveaways using this visual effect. If you have a Black Friday sale, maybe each one of these is one of the discounts that you're offering, right? Maybe each one of these is a different prompt, image prompt that you've turned into a video, and you can write a little bit about, hey, if you want the prompts for these 3 girls or these 3 objects, let me know, or look in the captions. So anyway, I wanted to share, as someone who has been very, very slow into tapping into using Flow, navigating Flow. Like, I've been listening, but I would say this week was one of my first weeks really kind of diving in deep. It was easy. Just tell it just like Regina said, tell it what you want. And I recommend that you tell it you want 3 videos stacked on top of each other so that you can create this effect. Thank you so much, Williams, and my apologies again.
Oh, that's okay. I understand. Well, it's good to be in the same circle as Adrian. I tell you that.
Yeah, well, okay, so I get my brother's name wrong pretty regularly. I call him my husband's name all the time, so that just puts you in the family, man. When I with my brother, I call him my husband's name multiple times. Don't know why. I'd be like, it's just 2 dudes in the room. I don't know what to tell you. One of y'all. I'm sorry.
She's like that grandmother. They'd be like, "One of y'all come over here."
Yeah, it's so
Uncle.
bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, my poor brother, man. He's like, girl, I've been here longer. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry.
Well, I really enjoyed using Williams GPT. I'm going to share my screen, and I always come at his GPT in different ways. And of course, I'm going to start off in my favorite place of all, which is Midjourney. And you will see that these images that I used all are coming from, well, I'm going to be doing things with video. I did a couple of the videos with just the imagery. And remember, these are raw cuts.
You
I'm
didn't
not
have to
done.
get me anything. Being here's enough.
Then open it anyway. Maybe it's just a promise wrapped small.
Guess I finally found a reason to like the cold.
Careful. Flattery melts faster than snow.
Think one night could feel like a whole year of peace.
Then let's not let the year end yet.
So the first one is just a video that came directly from his scripting throughout the GPT, with a number of the videos cut together. It is his GPT is absolutely phenomenal to create.
The scent.
I chose this one because I wanted to show the range that the GPT has. So the first one is the conversational one, and this one is if you are working with your client who has a perfume. So this is the start of a perfume ad.
Isn't worn. It remembers you and becomes your silence between heartbeats. It isn't the flower that remembers me. It's the air that learns how to breathe again. I vanish, but the scent remains. Proof that beauty was never mine to keep, only to release.
And then this one.
Do you ever notice how silence makes gold louder?
Only when it's worn like a secret meant to be seen. You make it look effortless, like light just listens.
That's the trick. It doesn't listen, it remembers. But I'm glad we finally reached this point. I feel at peace now.
So with this one, I was thinking more like Lifetime movie kind of intro, and also you can use it for a jewelry ad or different things like that. And this last one.
I am the echo, the origin, the tone that never ends. You can't fake your frequency, and the world listens only when you finally sound like truth. Peace isn't the silence after the signal, it's hearing the world breathe and knowing it sounds like me. Every frequency I feared was mine to tune and now the silence sings my name.
So you have the ability with his GPT to actually really hone in to your creative talent. If you are a storyteller, a person who is ready to put your stuff out to YouTube or wherever you want to tell those stories, this GPT is perfect for that. The scene creation, the timeline creation within this GPT does its thing. Remember, like I said, these are rough cuts. I haven't layered in music in the background or any of that, but just think of what you can do with this GPT. It expands your creativity because of the ability for me for that. You see how I had movements and cut-ins, and it was even happening within the scene itself. That is because it is written inside of this GPT. You can, if you know more about like transitions, you can write those things in. For any of you guys who have worked with other systems, this GPT is phenomenal. It really is. And I even did one that I started off, and it's like um a singing one, but it is just so like I had so much fun with this GPT. It is absolutely phenomenal. William has done his big one again as far as the GPT is concerned. And I think that as we grow as creatives, we need to start thinking about how we're going to expand our territory as storytellers that are out there. If we do not tell our own stories, our stories will be told for us. And I say this over and over and over again. The stories that I tell are not the stories that you can tell, are not the stories that William can tell. Our stories need to be told in different ways, and how we view the world needs to be seen. There are going to be whole advertising agencies that are going to, they're already starting, that are just going to be of AI, and they're telling, giving our perspective of what we want. And like, I don't know if you're like me, I can't stand to see another dancing and singing hip hop looking commercial from McDonald's. I don't want to see it. I want to be able to go into McDonald's and say, hey, my community looks like this. We talk like this. I don't want that anymore. I want to be able to show people that this is what we do and how we do it. And to be able to use this GPT in the way that um, I've used it, Martine has used it. Like I had to write down, ask it to stack 3 videos on top of each other. I'm Martine, do you understand what is
Oh
about to
yeah.
happen?
Oh yeah, because for sure, because I was like, man, who don't have time to bring 3 separate videos and line them up perfectly? I was like, you can just ask the GPT to do it. I was like, oh yeah, bet. Huh, that's been holding me back the whole time. I was like, man, I don't have time.
I absolutely love it. And I when you said it, my brain went click, 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 click. Just I was like, okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this. I know how I'm gonna do it, the whole entire thing. So I'm super excited to let you guys see what both of us have done and what William brought with Toy. It it was just phenomenal to work with. Like we had so much fun with the GPT. And it made our creativity expand and expand and expand. I don't think anybody had any questions. If you guys have any questions about what we did, it is oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I would like to add something to that.
Sure.
I watched two interviews. One was on YouTube, and it was with Country Wayne, and he was talking about how much his videos make. They make millions and millions of dollars. Just those little short 1 or 2 minute clips, they make millions of dollars. So, and then 50 Cent was asked, some interviewer asked him, said, would you rather do a movie or would you rather do a series? He said series. And he said, he went down a little deeper. He said, why series? He said, because you will have to hire for a movie, you will have to hire, the top actors. With a series, you don't have to do that. What they end up doing is they will get in love with the characters because it's a series. And then you remember the soap operas. We used to watch. Well, I didn't watch them. Mom used to watch soap operas all the time, and they was captivating. They caught you in there. So just think about what you can do. And if if you went to my page, Toy, she is killing it, and it's because of videos. So I know you have people that do crafting. I know you have it, but if you're an artist, if you create images, get into video. Do not sleep on that. Do not sleep on that.
There are so many things that you can do, even if you are a crafter. Hear me, crafters. I had an idea that I have not formulated all the way in my head that I was telling Talia about, but there is an opportunity for crafters out there with video. There is a big opportunity for you crafters. So don't sleep on it. You're like, oh, I'm a crafter. I don't really use video, but hey, yes, you can. Yes, you can. For you guys showing what you create for video and also in creation. So there is tons of things for you to do with this GPT, even if you have a physical product, because like I told you, the ad that had the girl with the green, that is for a perfume ad. All I have to do is do another scene, place the perfume bottle in there, place the girl in there, and off we go. um it is, and you guys can sell these already mocked up videos for people to use in whatever they need to use them for. So creating those and having those ready, and also it is, if you have the talent to be able to produce this, you can make so much money. And you guys already know how to use AI, and with the use of his GPT, it really does its thing.
Hey, Regina, can I share a little bit of something that I've been doing in my school about this?
Absolutely.
So in my school, the paid creative, I have been sharing contract small contracts, large contract, and full-time jobs that are centered around AI. Okay. And so one that I've seen pop up quite a lot lately is actually AI video content creators. They are looking for people who can create videos in the way that we've been discussing tonight. So if you're not a part of my paid creative community, I recommend that you join. I'll drop the link in the chat. You could take it. That was one of them. There are a couple of others. But I really, and I've been sorry, morning motivations people. I've been really trying to really hit on this a lot. I know folks are out of work, people are furloughed, people are getting laid off, and we still have these businesses, right? There's nothing wrong with taking the skills, your ability. Do you realize you can use this GPT to do the job? You could literally use the GPT to do the job and earn income that way. And it's a great way. The other thing we talked a lot about tonight is building your credibility. Okay. Just because you're running a business, there's nothing wrong with taking on contracts, temporary contracts, and temporary roles to do two things: help fund your business without it having to come out of your pocket all the time, and two, build your credibility. Because the good thing about it is, once you get on these contracts, when they love you, they're gonna give you the next project, and that could literally fund, be your silent investor for your business. All right, so I just want to put that out there. As she was talking through this last part, I was like, wait a minute, they're jobs, they're hiring right now, and I just slowly started to see it. And I think we're just at the very beginning of people looking for folks to do things just like what we've been discussing tonight. Temporary, these kind of roles are temporary, part-time, contractor roles, which I think is perfect for someone running a business.
I would like to add something, another idea, if that's possible. The other idea that I have is, I mentioned this to somebody before, is that if you live around boutiques, a lot of boutiques, you can go in there. If you know the person, go in there and take a photo. Hey, can I take a photo of that outfit right there? Take a photo, upload it to the GPT, and then take that and then upload it. Upload the photo and the prompt that it gives you, the timeline prompt that it gives you to VO3, and then let it do its thing, and then take it back to them. Say, hey, you like that? They say, whoa. Especially if they don't have these boutiques, especially if they don't have any type of internet present or social media present. Oh man, they will kick it off big time. You can charge anything what you want to, because they're gonna love that first one. You know.
That's such a
Ooh.
great idea. That's
Mm-hmm.
bootstrapping it for real. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. Well, William, we want to thank you once again for an amazing GPT. We had such a great time in doing all the things with it. I worked with your GPT so much that they kicked me out. They was like, okay, you're done. You're done for the night. I got that message. You have been generating too many things. You're done. So I got out and then I came back this morning and still kept going.
Well,
Um,
Regina, that idea came from you initially. You said, "Will, that they want this. This is what they looking for. This is what they want." And I say, "Okay, well, let's give the people what's the people wants."
well, I'm glad that you did it. I'm glad that you stepped it through and we came out the other side with it. And I remember when we met and you showed it to me, I was like, oh, okay, okay, GPT. And hear me, guys. Flow is the first generator, but it also works in Sora as well. So all of you guys who are part of Sora, it does work in Sora. I used it with a couple of videos that I did within Sora, so it works in Sora as well. Um, and I just absolutely loved working with the GPT. So once again, thank you, William, for sponsoring Sundays with TRM. We really appreciate you for doing that. And also, we love the brilliance of what you created. That thing, I'm telling you, that thing with Martine, I'm about to run, look, uh, run to actually use that because I got an idea, Martine. I got an idea.
I'm
Uh-oh.
excited. Sharing is caring. I'm excited. I can't see what you come up with. Me too. I got a little plan in the background. I got to change it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see what we both come up with. It's gonna be good. Great
Yes.
GPT, William.
I got one too. I got one too.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I bumped
This
my
is a good.
head. I bumped my head. It's 20% off. So
Uh,
I
Look at
forgot to
that.
say that. You know, I had to put that in there.
Man,
Mm.
see, William, he always tripping and bumping his head, y'all. He's always tripping
Yeah.
and bumping his head. So we appreciate you so much for all the things that you do and how you really look to the future because that's what William always does. He looks to the future of GPTs. It is absolutely phenomenal. So William, thank you again for all you that you're doing. Um, and remember, there are TVs that play videos on them as art. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, it hit me. I'm just saying. There are TVs that do wall art that move. You can do it for birthdays. I'm just saying. For Christmas. I'm just saying. There's a whole new, because remember, most of them are stagnant, but now you have GPTs that you can make a whole movie for people for Christmas. I'm just putting a thought there, putting a thought out there. Keep thinking about it. If you keep thinking, I will be out there doing it. Just keep thinking. Just keep on thinking. So, William, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we can't wait to see what you do the next time.
Okay,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
Oh, thank you, William. And like earlier, I wanted to talk about the class that Talia did for her wall art class. And this is how I segue. I thought about it as I was about to do the segue about the fact that you are able to use video in wall art. She just did a wall art printable class, but she can expand this to go digital. I'm thinking you can expand to go digital for your next one. Tell them how to do TV art. Tell them how to do all the stuff for their cell phone.
The people said they wanted bookmarks. That's what the people said.
Okay, all right. I'm just
So
saying.
my next class will be bookmarks. We have to. We'll skip a month and then we'll go into the.
Okay, all right. So Talia, can you tell them about your class for me?
Sure. So last week I taught wall worthy, right? So it was about outsourcing your wall art. So it wasn't about the whole creation phase of the wall art because we got more art than we can handle right now. But it was about actually putting your art on something physical and the different ways to sell it. So I walked them through how to outsource at CVS or Walgreens. We went over print on demand a little bit. And I showed them how to actually package it if they were going to sell it and ship it to a customer. So it was a great all around class if that's something that you're interested in doing. And making sure that, you know, the resolution is where it's supposed to be and all of the wonderful things if you're going to sell your art um, to size up to wall art. So it was a great class. I do think that I probably could go back and touch on the digital aspect of it at some point. So we might skip a month and then run it back again. It is going into the Christmas season, so I was trying to get everybody ready for fourth quarter with selling their wall art. So that was my purpose for doing the wall art class this time because there was a lot of questions about how to scale it up, making sure that you know the resolution was there depending on what size you run it up to. And, you know, there are so many upscalers now that are available that are not as expensive as the ones that we had been using. So I wanted to make sure I brought those things to light because, you know, everybody can't afford gigapixel. It is a little bit pricey. But there are workarounds that are affordable and made sure to go over all of those things in class. So they got bunch of templates, a bunch of they got a GPT that does mock-ups. I did some done for you mock-ups. And they got some wonderful prompts to create said wall art if they wanted to. But they also got a magnificent supply list of all the things that they will need in the shipping process or frame purchasing and all of the wonderful things. So it was a great class. Great class. The replay is available if you guys would like to purchase it. And I might give one away at the end of the show. Maybe. We shall see.
Well, we're
We shall see.
excited about your class, Talia. It was absolutely phenomenal. She ran that thing back, and then like I always say, for Talia, it's her templates and her supply list, along with her instructions, that is top tier. It is top tier. You see what Nikki put in the chat about brand packaging as well, Talia. You really
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I showed them my bougie branding, because I got my face on everything that I sent somebody.
Yes, the class is part of the Patreon subscription. Is that where you were going, Martine?
Yep, that's where I was going, but I'm coming right back, jumping right back out.
So, as you guys know,
Martine, did you get what you needed? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I just saw your message. Did you get what you needed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
As you guys know, the wheel is long since closed. It's long since closed. But it is time for Martine to come back in and jump back in, because it is time for the wheel.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm ready. What we starting with? I had to come back vacation ready.
I have one class that I am giving, one seat to my class that I am giving away.
All right, we'll start there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there.
And I'll do that one GPT.
Ooh.
Samila already will have that.
Bree got her hand raised. I mean, does that mean you made sure she was on there this time?
Oh no, she on there. Yeah, I see her. Bree G right there.
So we're starting with Regina's class.
Mm-hmm.
But strangely, something else. Pickles?
Paula got it too.
So do I win anything?
Well, we'll work it out, Paula. Work it out.
Okay.
Makes it worth it. Like the game.
How long do we have to serve?
The game's in the tag. So you get
One
to
more pile of
people like these.
I know. We already got to work it out, and I don't want to remove it.
It's similar to how he uses water. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Toya Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's for Regina's class.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Okay.
And then Miss Samela, I think Regina's gonna work it out with you on the side.
And Paula.
And Paul.
I have some mood boards that I just created, you guys, that you guys are gonna get exclusive access to.
Ooh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Whitney Houston, I ain't got nothing.
All right.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I got a bunch of.
I am gonna give away a replay for my quiz.
In this show and in Naruto, Naruto has different villages, different names.
Is that one good?
It's a ginger for Talia.
Yeah. I don't think Ginger has that class. Okay, cool. All right, then we have
All right. William
GPT.
One GPT.
Yep.
One GPT. Man, that GPT good too. William, I gotta show you what I made with it, man. I got some stuff I'm working on. I made some stuff. Magical whispers and charming wishes. Who is it? Sounds so familiar.
Tanya Hidden Green. That's who that is.
Tanya Hidden Green. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Welcome.
Tanya's a big supporter of the Lupus Foundation. So I just think of all the ad campaigns. I can't wait to see the stories you're going to tell about all the silent ways that women and men, because men can have lupus too, are impacted. I bet with his GPT, you can tell some amazing stories.
Oh, yes, they're coming. I actually just had an interview for a position within the foundation, and I'm hoping to hear something this week. And this would be the perfect opportunity to get some of those things out there.
Well, congratulations.
It's yours.
Thank you.
We're gonna claim
Thank
it right
you.
now. It's yours.
It's yours. Tired.
And also too, there's a 50% affiliate on that too. So if you have a Beacons account and you push it, and you get 50% of whatever the price is.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, hey, come
Yeah.
on now.
Y'all better go set y'all up a Beacons account. Y'all heard what that man said?
Facts.
50%.
All you really are all right. I think that's all we
Was
have
that
tonight.
it? That's all we were giving away this evening? We didn't have anything
I
else?
think yep, that's it. Okay. All
Stop
right.
sharing my screen.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I was like, let me get that real quick.
What do you say, Mama?
It is so amazing all the things that we did today and how you guys can really see that AI is progressing in multiple ways. From the ladies coming on to talk about the AI summit to and their topics of conversation for Kim and Rosie are so relevant to what we need today. Also, to see that Martine has gone through the fire and come out on the other side like a diamond. She is now doing presentations for corporate events and will be doing others in the future. She being a part of that group gets you into the mix where there are jobs that are able to be you are able to apply for. Isn't that correct, Martine?
Oh, not just jobs, and now that was for my day job, but that I'll just tell y'all the numbers. If I was doing that for another company, that would be a $3,500 an hour investment for that company. So don't sleep on it. And I'm not telling you I'm not telling you what I think. Don't sleep on it. It's a good opportunity.
Uh-huh. So please go out and support Rosie and Kim. They are phenomenal. They're going to do a phenomenal job with their presentations. I'm so excited to hear what they have to offer. And we are going to come there. We're going to show out for them um, as much as possible in the chat, and we're going to do all the things for them.
Absolutely.
Remember, Rosie is in the morning and Kim is in the afternoon. We can go listen to Rosie, take a break if you want to, or you can listen to the rest of the people. But we got to be back for Kim to show up, and show out. So I'm really, really excited to see what they have to offer. Martine with her Opus Clips class. I'm telling you, before she showed me how to use Opus Clips, I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to touch it at all. So I'm glad that she is coming back to show us all how to use Opus Clips. It is going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal class. I'm going to show up and show out when it comes to mood boards. It's going to be on the 23rd. If you are interested, please come by and come by and see me. Come by and see me. You guys will understand mood boards in a whole different way. So I'm excited to show you guys what mood boards has to offer in Midjourney. Talya's wall art class, chef's kiss. It was chef's kiss. She did such a phenomenal job. She showed us all how to do the thing with the artwork and how to outsource it. If you don't have the big machines that you can print it out and cut it, you can outsource that thing and still have a thriving um, wall art business. And Talia showed you how to do that within her class. But we don't want to forget William, who loves to do all things that is ahead of the game. His GPT is phenomenal. You can create full scenes, full movies, shorts. Remember, we want to get our stories out there, and using his GPT is the way to do that. We really appreciate him. He's also a wonderful sponsor of Sundays with TRM, and we really, really love him for that. So, with that being said, as
Really?
always, I am going to turn it over to Miss Talia Morris to close us out. Talia, it's on you.
All right. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Thank you for being here with us again on this fine Sunday evening. We appreciate you guys being here as always. Join Martine tomorrow for Morning Motivations with Martine. Mid Journey Mondays tomorrow night with the monarch herself, Regina. And I will be where I am as always on Tuesdays with Color Me Calm. So we will see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your evening and